Yo,
Hey, how's it going?
it is going very well. You're here with Brian's here too, and so is Ian. So you got the whole team.
Oh, all
Oh
right,
wow,
cool,
hey
cool.
guys.
Some of you were a little faint, so Andrew, since he's close to the mic, may need to repeat what you guys said.
They just said hey.
Okay, all right, all
We'll
right,
yell. We'll get closer.
all right. Let's
I,
see. Let's do this. Let's pull up two brothers here. But yeah, you guys ready? What do you guys want to do? You guys want to start out with a question, or do you want? Oh, we want to start with the trailer. That's correct.
yeah, let's show the trailer
All right.
first.
So right now, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna show you guys the trailer they wanted me to showcase. If you give me one.
It's okay.
I mean, you really get immersed in the trailer alone.
That's good.
Better than okay.
It's funny because we hate making trailers. We hate making trailers. It's like the most frustrating thing in the entire world. We would rather make a 20-hour game than make a 3-minute trailer.
Mhm. I think you captured it pretty well, though. And director Mixable will be back in 1 second. He said Smack's messing up a little bit.
Okay, cool. So I guess if anyone wants to throw us a question in the chat, we'll answer really quick. We'll take the first one that comes through.
Mm-hmm.
Land of the Living Yes, that's correct. The land of the living is monochromatic, and the land of the dead is in full color.
It's got a guacamole aspect like that. Land of the dead, land of the living.
It's a good theme going around.
I did the music.
Ah, here we are.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Sorry about that. Go ahead, Andrew.
I'm just answering the few questions that are popping through.
Okay.
The release date is probably about 3 to 4 weeks away. We don't have an exact date because it kind of changes every day. So we think that it's one thing and it ends up being another thing. So probably about 3 to 4 weeks. And the game is pretty big. I think probably about 17 to 24 hours, depending on.
Oh, wow.
All right, so it says, is Two Brothers going to be co-op?
Yes, it is. It's not like a ridiculously in-depth co-op system. We kind of just added it because it was fun while we were developing it.
Yeah.
So
It's like sometimes more like Tails and Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Kind of help, but
So it's just gonna be
if
local.
If you do nothing, you're not like completely screwed either.
I see someone is referencing our Twitter exactly how Chrono Trigger is Two Brothers. Two Brothers is about 75% Chrono Trigger because 100% Chrono Trigger is impossible. Unless you're Chrono
They
Trigger.
had once.
Well, I mean,
All right, let's see.
Two Brothers doesn't have a turn-based aspect, does it?
No.
We're not going to answer that.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
No, it's an action.
Sudden lag. Oh, you're right. You're right. There is lag. Okay. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
We back? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, my internet had a hiccup there.
Question just defeated the universe as a Mad Defender.
Is Andrew still here?
You cannot compare.
Yes.
to-
Okay. Sorry. Yeah, my internet had a hiccup. It should be back now. Is it back? Oh,
Loading.
No, it's loading the video.
yeah. Internet had the hiccup. Hold on.
Try the call.
Sorry about that. We had to call you right back.
No.
My internet didn't like it when I was hosting the call, but we might be okay now, I think. Alright. Hello? Were you good? Back at 100% yet?
It's
Wow.
still loading on mine.
Yeah, something bad's happening.
I see some.
Now I see the title screen.
Yeah, I see it now.
Alright, we coming back? Coming back to the land of living? We are. The stream is back to the land of living, I think. Alright. I apologize for that, everybody. My internet likes to have its hiccups sometimes, and that's exactly what happened. Yeah, my internet is just like... oh. Actually, the funny thing is about that I don't have Comcast. I have the internet provider Cox, so their internet sucks some cocks.
At least they
But-
told you up front.
All right, so why don't we hop right in here? I'll just start doing the demo. I've got my questions prepared along at the side as well, and I'll probably ask them once we've gotten into the game. But since I had a little bit of a lag issue, why don't we start out with a game code giveaway here to kind of make up for that. So after that trailer, let's see. What should we do for the giveaway? Should we just do whoever gets it first?
How about we ask a game trivia question, like a really simple one, and whoever answers it first
All right.
gets. Okay.
You got a question in mind?
Let me think of something really, really simple.
Okay.
Okay. Look, which game company makes Tales of Symphonia?
All right. First answer gets a copy of Two Brothers. Which company makes Tales of Symphonia?
Just type it into the chat.
Answer in the
Yep.
Twitch chat.
Twitch chat will work.
Oh, we got a winner.
All right, Gem Falking. Do you have a Twitter, Gem Falking?
If you want to give me the codes, Logan, I can take care of all that.
Yeah, here I'll give you the codes, and that way you can hand them out. We'll drop them in here. All right, so we'll let Exotix figure it out, and he will get you the code gem. But let's go ahead and start with the two brothers trailer here. All right. Warning: rules of death no longer apply to Roy Garter. Death is not the end. When you experience a game over, be sure to explore. You can affect the Earth in the Afterlife hub. So that's one of the main features of the game, is that right, Andrew? Death is not the end, and you can actually learn things in death.
Yeah, sometimes it's important to intentionally kill yourself. There are no game overs when you die. Why don't we start off by showing that?
Alright, so we'll go ahead and die here to these little helicopter dudes who may not be able to kill me because your partner in the back there, his name is Mark, he also is your inventory, does a pretty good job of fighting things off. Alright, let me see. Let me adjust the volume a little bit. Just going to turn it down like 2 notches, I think.
Yeah, they said the game audio is high.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright. Is that better, guys? We'll head down this vine here for now. And then we'll get hopefully killed by this guy. There we go. Alright, that works. Perfect. So as you see, we die, the screen turns all red. And then we should be able to go. Now we are in the afterlife. So this is the afterlife. It's generally more about the colors, while in the ground it's more like monochrome and stuff. And you can see Roy in color here because he stands next to what are the names of these statues, Andrew?
Colored statues.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if they had a specific name. I was gonna call it color statues, but okay. Apparently they can't hear nothing. It's too loud. Our code overlord can't see anything.
Refresh your page if you can't see anything.
Yeah, I think after the lag spike, you got a little desync, so if you refresh, that should be okay. Alright, so another color statue up there, but there are a couple things you can do the overlord. For example, if you go over to this pot, oh, well, I just fell down the hole. So, that means I'm back in the main world. If you fall down the hole, or fall off the cliff is how you get back to the main world. So I'm going to die again because I wanted to show you the stuff that happens in death. So let's see if I can die here. Nope, apparently I can't. Text is kind of blurry.
I think you
The text is...
it'll actually stop him from walking.
What was that? I'm sorry?
Never mind. It's,
Okay. Alright, so now that we're back in here, I can show you several things. For example, there are different things that can help you out. For example, there's this telescope, which does show you different areas and where the colors are located. Right now we're only going to be exploring the swamp, and because that's what this new segment is. So yeah, that's gonna be sweet. We're gonna check that out. But throughout the game, you'll want to come up here when you die. Andrew, you want to tell a little bit about this zombie guy here, real quick, or Skull Man?
Walk down. The Skull Man. Okay.
Yeah. It's got to catch up, I'm sure.
Sorry for you.
Maybe you guys don't want to talk about Skull Man?
No,
Is that...
we were trying to figure out something with the font.
Oh, okay.
So we know why. Is it blurry on your computer?
Yeah, it is a little bit blurry. When I'm in full screen, it kind of... The M's
okay.
are kind of...
I think I forgot to send you the font since you have an installer with it. The font that we use. So
Okay.
we'll have to suck it up.
All right. Well, I can read
Okay.
the text out for you guys on the stream, so you guys to make sense. So Skullman here says, "How did this happen to me?" And we'll let Andrew explain a little bit about Skullman.
So when you die and you go to the afterlife, you're gonna find a bunch of characters.
Fresh there because for some reason I'm having really big spikes. This wasn't happening at all during Guacamelee, but yeah, sweet. It should be back up. You may need to refresh. My internet, farted out again. Eternal. I think I understand. When they start answering questions, it causes lag. Anyway, I hope is everybody back in the call now. We all good? I apologize for that. Very sorry. But we'll go ahead here. Another benefit that you can get is if you walk up to a dead carcass like this, you get what is called a Great Heart, and that gives you an HP upgrade. So you consumed a Great Heart. Heart of enemy, make me strong, or make strong. Okay, and then there's one last thing that I want to show you up in this death world. You can destroy the pots, as you can see there, in typical Zelda fashion. And so, over here, if you destroy it, you get a mermaid in a bottle, or a small mermaid in a tiny bottle. And you guys want to explain the mermaids in the bottle?
Yeah, it's part of one of our training sequences. There's all these mermaids who've been taken to the water and stuck into glass bottles. So if you find them all and return them to Mermaid Village, you get something pretty awesome.
So yeah, you'll want to do that. But anyway, let's head back down to the main world now, and we can get on with the demo. Well, the rest of the demo, I guess, in terms of progression. But anyway, well, I'm going to show you the inventory now. The inventory is really cool. So Mark is carrying a giant chest on his back, as you can see there. So if you press C, you can hop right in to his backpack. And in here, this is your inventory. So for example, you can see the arrows here, the throw it and arrow. There's also a fishing rod, which will automatically work. However, there's no fishing demo here. This is the changing room. This is where you'll be able to change outfits if you have different outfits. And if you go in here, this is a workshop. That's something we can't access in this part of the demo. Down here is the aquarium, and as you can see the different mermaids in the bottle, which you collect. And down here is your weapons inventory. So as you can see, there's a bunch of different weapons which they've allowed me to play with. For example, there's just a regular old knife, which I can just swing around with. There's also a old sword. I almost picked up the old sword. And then there's also the busting sword. Busting, not buster. A saber. A old sword, another old sword, a smaller one. A copper sword. And my favorite, the pillar club. Oh yeah! It's a giant club.
Oh my gosh.
Alright. And then in here is Mark's room, but we're not allowed to go in there. And if you ever want to leave the room, you just press C, and a rope comes down, and you climb your way out. Alright guys, so I've got a question for you. Let me bring it up real quick. What games inspired Two Brothers, and how did development first start? Was it just you and your brother, or did you plan for having a crew the entire time, or like a team?
Well, one thing I definitely want to point out is Terranigma definitely did inspire the game. If someone in the chat is saying that the story was inspired by it. Terranigma was an awesome game. I guess Brent, you want to tell us where it started?
The whole thing is very casual. We started a while back on the internet. We were doing screenshot mock-ups, so they're actually remakes of games that look like Game Boy games. It kind of got me on a little bit of a Game Boy spriting kick, and then I wasn't demaking anything, but I was using the Game Boy style to make sprites, just for the fun of it. Then I mocked up some screenshots of what would become Two Brothers, and I looked at it, and I'm like, alright, this has to be something.
Yeah, he started it on his own. I think for probably about 6 months he made probably about 75% of the graphics that we ended up using in the game, made up a prototype, and then we were kind of like, yeah, we really should turn this into something. And then Ian came on to work on our side quests. Jose Alfaro, he did our sound effects. And then we had a concept artist, Virgin, who did pre-order comics. So if you pre-order the game, you get, I think it's a 19-page comic that sets up like the first 3 hours before the game starts. And yeah, it was during good time. And then there was Tony, who was my assistant. He wrote some additional tracks for the game and really did an awesome job.
So shit, play testing.
Yeah, he's also been like our main beta tester.
Alright. Cool. Alright, so let's continue on with the demo here. I paused the demo while you guys talked because apparently the viewers couldn't hear you over the music, so we'll go ahead and do that when I ask questions. Anyway, I found a combo medallion. What that allows me to do is a walking sword combo. But yeah, let's go ahead and get one of my favorite items that they happily put in for me during the segment, even though it wasn't here. And that is the shuriken. Alright, so these little flying dudes apparently are better to tackle with the arrow because of just the way they react. And these guys right here, these little mice, I think they're mice, are the bane of my existence because they you can't hit them with arrows, they just go through, but they are really quick and they do a ton of damage. Like that guy just took out 2/4 of my HP, which would be a half. But anyway, we got another combo medallion here. And also in typical Zelda fashion, you can chop up the grass here and find hearts. But as I said, to me, you cannot find money in there.
No rupees?
No rupees.
You have to work for your money in the game.
Or you can find it in chests right here. 44 currency. Mark takes 15%, so Roy obtains 37. These guys are also kind of difficult. They're like little eyeball shooty dudes. They take about 2 arrows to kill, or 2 swings with the sword. Took quite a bit of damage there, but yeah. I'm definitely gonna try and get to my health up before the first mini-boss fight, which we'll definitely see. But here are the shurikens, so as you can see, I got zero shurikens, but I think that'll fix once I fire some. It says I have 9 now. So there's 43 currency in that chest, and a magma gem in that chest. I don't know what magma gems do, and I don't know if they're gonna tell me or not. I don't know how essential it is to the story.
And it's just like you can sell in shop or potentially use to make other stuff with.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Alright. In here, these are 2 bathroom-looking rooms, but we cannot enter them now in this part of the demo, or in stage of development at least. I'll open up this chest, and it contained a heart, so we'll regen some health, which is nice. And it's kind of funny, you guys see that my shurikens now have a question mark there. That's because apparently the shurikens weren't supposed to be in this part of the game, so when they added them in for me to play with, they kind of bugged out a little bit.
Nice.
Alright, so let's see. We're on the beach here. I'm actually going the wrong way, I believe, in order to get to the place I wanted to go, so I'm going to need to double back here. Go ahead and kill these rats here. But yeah, the shurikens are basically now infinite. But if I do enter my inventory, they'll go away. However, I kind of like my shurikens. Alright, so let's head down here. And we'll head over to the right. And we should be almost there now. Alright. So, I'm down here. Actually, no, I need to... Am I going the right way? I don't remember. You guys will have to direct me. I think I'm on the wrong side.
I want to head down.
Head down, okay.
You can jump down on the legend tent over there where it has little arrows together.
Yeah, I just ended up going down the way. I am quite low on health though, so this boss fight may end in my death. But that's alright, there is no death. I just come back later. I think
A chatter is asking, was it a design choice to not use traditional art on some parts of the landscape, like on little rivers and such?
Yes.
Alright, so that was a design choice. Alright, let's see. Hey, what's up, Mr. Cool? Let's see, I seem to have also gone the wrong way again. I don't know. Oh, there we go. Just kidding, I found it. Alright, so we'll go in here. And it's like a pig shrine. Well, I'm going to show you that real quick because I like that. There we go. It is just a giant pig shrine. It's very neat, very neat.
Yeah.
But yeah, as they explained to me when we were talking earlier, is all the buildings and stuff are animals, if I'm not mistaken. So it's a really neat aspect to the game. Alright, let's see. Alright.
So these are the dungeons, or?
This is just a mini dungeon.
Okay.
This is just one of our many.
Yeah, so it's like a mini one, and you'll see the big stuff, and you'll see the rest of the dungeon here in a second. But this is a shield, so the way shields work is they're automatic. They automatically block as long as it's coming towards you, I believe. However, I just managed to break it by accidentally walking into the rat. Oh, no, I didn't. But yeah, so they block as long as they're in front of you. There's also a chest here, which I'm going to want to get, which contains another magma gem, so that would be more money if there were shops. I also got another combo medallion.
So is that how you get the combos, is from the combo medallions?
Correct.
Okay.
Alright, so this is a wildcat. What are you doing here in the blue shrine? Well, sir, I am here to kill you. But he'll probably end up killing me first, I'm sure. I'm gonna do this super attack here. The super attack is by pressing Z and X at the same time, which is the arrow and the sword button. And if I can do this correctly, I should be able to spin around like that. And let's see if I can just hit him by standing in one spot. Although I don't think that's gonna be possible, so let's see if I can just get him. Shield broke, which means I'm probably gonna die now, considering I literally had 0 HP. Yep, there we go. There might be Pokemons in the tall grass. Don't cut it down. Alright, so let's go ahead and hop on down. I like the water though right there, how it's still blue. And okay, so I entered a new area, so I didn't respawn at the beginning of that big area, I respawned in a shrine, which is neat. And also I got my arrows back, so that's another way the glitch fixes itself, is if they're upon death. Alright, so let's go ahead and fight this Wildcat again. I should be able to defeat him now. LK Benolaf. This is Two Brothers. It is by Ackk Studios. Currently in the call we have Andrew and some of the rest of the development team. They are going to be answering your questions in chat, and I have questions for them as well. It's a very neat game that'll be coming to the computer, the Wii U, and the Vita.
Does this game support gamepads natively, or do you need joystick?
It's supposed to most gamepads natively. Certain things like you have a SNES controller that doesn't require a joystick, so if it doesn't work in the game, you just use joystick.
Okay.
It does work on our controller, it's just the buttons are wrong. So I think that's the manufacturer installed the
That's a feature.
You guys are a little bit quiet on your end. I don't know if there's a way to maybe bump up your audio from your end, or if you guys are maxed out or not.
I just yell.
Well, that may need to happen, because it seems like underneath the music, it's a little difficult to hear you. But, yeah, so we just killed the Wildcat, and so now we go in here, and we get this shard, and Roy found the color blue. And you see, like, the little wah-wah music, and Roy's like, blue? Just blue? Who makes the shrine to the color blue? So I thought that was really funny. Apparently, it's funnier once you played the whole game, but they say since the game is very story-based, they don't want to read it so much, which I completely understand.
But that's really cool. So is that you get colors by doing the mini dungeons?
No, the main dungeon leads to like the actual pieces of color. This is just more of like a joke dungeon.
Yeah, the color blue is kind of a mundane color. The colors that you're finding are supposed to be colors that don't exist.
Oh, okay.
So Roy's world is supposed to be in color to him, and when he finds new colors, they're like literally new colors.
Yeah.
So it's not
So
like
in his perspective, he can see colors?
What was that, Exotix?
In his perspective, he sees colors?
Yes.
Okay.
And because it's impossible to generate new colors, we had to do the green scale.
Okay. Well, that definitely gives it the old, kind of like remake aspect, with the old Game Boy vibe.
Yeah. Alright, so we had any more questions in chat? Anything you guys want to ask them specifically? Otherwise I can ask another question here. Want to make sure they are getting their time's worth here. Got a few more prepared, but definitely fan questions are generally the best questions, so.
So when is it coming out? Me want now. I believe they answered this earlier.
4 weeks.
Yeah.
4 weeks. So
That is probably flexible though, right?
Yeah, it might get smaller.
might get smaller. Alright.
And then, God forbid, it gets a little bigger. But if it does, it's due by like 4 or 5 days.
Alright.
Worth the wait.
So I just exited from the pig shrine. I have to walk back because I died. It's alright.
I see one person saying, does finding color change any art? Yes, it does.
It does. Alright. Gem Falking asks, what made you go with the Game Boy aesthetic?
Game Boy games are awesome.
Yeah. It was hard for game initially. And then from there, like, a few ideas went back and forth. Like, see Game Boy graphics and then the color world together is interesting to us.
Yeah, it's kind of like having a Game Boy Pocket and then getting a Game Boy Color. That's kind of what the game's about.
Mm-hmm.
And what's really cool is they were at PAX, and at their booth they had giant Game Boys you could play the game on, which was really neat. And Remp, you respawn, I believe it is out of the last place you came out of. It's kind of like a checkpoint, I believe?
Yes, the last door entrance, normally they're closer together. This is a pretty big area.
Yeah. Let's see. Will there be more pig buildings later on in the game?
Yes, every building in the game is an animal.
Alright. Airborne Kitten asks, once it's released, do you plan on continuing through DLC?
No.
No DLC. Alright. And then Grievous, the stream ends at 12 p.m. EST. That's kind of not a question for you guys, but a question for the stream people. But Alright, let's go ahead and continue. Let's see if I can get to the swamp because I died on the way there like several times now.
Have you had to reuse any animals if every single building is an animal?
We usually redraw them if we're gonna use the same animal.
Okay. Mystical says cow building. I'm not sure. Building.
Building, I think, is what it's supposed to be. If there's a cow building.
I actually haven't made one yet, but I have to make one for the new area I'm working on.
Oh, okay, cool.
So,
Yeah, I totally just died again because I got up next to one of those rats I hate, and he just like 1-0'd me.
Why don't you switch to the busting sword? It's longer, so you get a more reach, so you don't get as close to the enemies.
Okay. Sounds like a good idea to me. Pull some cloud stuff up in
So
here.
what's in the swords? Do they have like different power between each one? Like knife would be faster, stuff like that.
Generally, it has to do with the weapon's range and the weapon's behavior. So you're seeing the basic type of swords here. There are certain like spears behave differently.
it's got like 3 different types, I would say, in addition.
The actual length and hit
Okay.
box. And there's also different types of weapons inside swords and spears, but I don't want to say what they are.
I have something here I might as well do this. Does anybody have a cool idea for a weapon?
Yeah,
I'm finishing them all off now.
Alright, so
Cloud sword. He's basically
I'll
already.
repeat that question in case they couldn't hear you. He wants to know if anybody has a cool idea for a weapon. So if you guys have any suggestions, now is your chance.
we literally just added nunchucks this morning.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Nunchucks, alright. It's exciting. Anyway,
Yes,
as you
we
can
all
see,
want-
we got a nice little overworld here, very reminiscent of old Final Fantasy games. And so we're just gonna hop into the swamp here.
Eternal Stars asking, is it possible to get a game over?
You have to let it the game over.
We have different ways of punishing you for dying.
Okay.
The game, one thing that people kind of need to know is it does not necessarily play like a traditional action game. When you look at it, if you expect Zelda, you're in for a surprise because the dungeons behave very differently.
And almost dying is almost a needed part of the game too, right? To continue on with the story and whatnot.
Yeah, you have to die a lot intentionally.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what's really cool about this game is like for once like you die and you don't actually get mad, like it needs to happen. Indie Mouse, you are currently watching Two Brothers, and that is why you like it. Anyway, you were about to say something, Andrew?
Us, Jem Falking asked about Shovel Knight making the appearance in the game. We met Yacht Club when we were at PAX East, and we were telling them about a side quest we have, which I won't spoil now because it's really awesome. And then we played Shovel Knight, we loved Shovel Knight, and then we got to talking, and then within like probably 2 hours of knowing each other, we were already talking about how to collaborate.
Oh, that's
So,
awesome.
I think it was Ian's idea to put Shovel Knight in the game.
Let's go ahead and find that tweet too.
Yeah, they definitely agreed.
Alright, so there's a lot of suggestions in the Twitch chat for weapons if you guys want to read that. Also, maybe we should do another code giveaway, considering we're about halfway through the segment.
Okay.
Alright, so we got a question lined up here, anybody? Or should I think of one this time?
Okay, hold on, I got one too.
All right.
This is I have 11 PS1 games on my shelf. And first person to guess one of the ones I have gets a copy of the game.
Alright, so there's 11 PS1 games on Andrew's shelf. If you guess one, the first one who gets a game on his shelf correctly gets a copy. We got
And it can't be Final Fantasy VII because everyone has that.
Okay, it can't be Final Fantasy VII. Sorry, Rem. We've got Tomba, Persona 1,
I wish.
Shadow of the Colossus, that's a PS2 game, Brave Fencer Musashi, Metal Gear Solid, Legend of Dragoon, ICO, Crash Bandicoot,
No one guessed
SOTC,
Chrono Trigger?
I was ready to
Crash
Crash
Bandicoot.
Bandicoot.
Alright, Bitty Mouse, got it. Crash Bandicoot was the answer. Or was an answer, I guess you could say. Alright, so, Exotix, you gonna hand out a code to Bitty Mouse?
Yeah, go ahead and hop in the Steam group if one of my mods can put it there.
Okay. Alrighty then. Let's go ahead and continue on with the demo then. So Mark, we just entered the swamp, and Mark says, "Do you really want me to go through this swamp with this bag?" See you later, Roy. He is just like, I'm not going in there. That ain't happening. But it's alright. I think it'll be okay. So these guys, are very easily killed, but I can't figure out what they are. Are they like jaguars, or?
Don't know.
You don't know? Alright. I found a combo medallion in there.
Parts cobbled together to make it better.
Okay. So, we will go down here, and there's another great heart in this corpse. So, generally these corpses, if they're filled, will have a great heart in them, which will then increase your health up, or increase your health, your maximum health, that is. There's a little wolf or fox-like creature here, and these just look really well, and they interact really well too. Like the movement stuff is really nice. But anyway, there's a floating chest here. I think I see something down there. Well, let's go check out the chest. Oh no, I think my foot's stuck. ... I don't believe it. And there he sees the rainbow color ball. I don't know. Is there an official name for that? Andrew?
What's that?
Is there an official name for that rainbow color ball that just floated across the screen?
There is, but I won't tell you.
Oh, okay. Alright, so, you see that goat man just appeared over there. Do I need assistance? And Roy's like, yeah, man, I need assistance. And apparently he helps me out, which is great. The light is getting away. Allow me to assist you in your hunt. Alright. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Joins your party. Alright, let's do this. Alright, so I think when we last played through the demo, you said there's a spear somewhere. Am I there yet? Because I think I wanted to get it during this run.
Where's the spear? I think I don't know. I feel like
It's been a while since we made this. Hold on.
Okay.
actually, we'll figure it out. I totally have a map.
Alright. So Roy says, not exactly the most glamorous research expedition ever. Yeah, well, sometimes you need to go in a swamp, man. Sometimes you need to go in a swamp.
Rem is asking if there's mimics in this game.
You mean like the Pokemon?
Mimic like a
chest
treasure
mimic.
chest that attack you.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
No?
No, we're trying to avoid like a lot of things that you see in like every other game. We're trying to be
Okay.
very original.
Okay.
Sadly, you don't see too much of the originality in this demo. It's like a pretty like standard kind of area,
Yeah.
but it's pretty crazy.
Mimics destroy me in every game they're in.
Yeah, I'm actually really glad there aren't mimics, because they're the bane of my existence, dude. Alright. So let's see. I think I'm going to take the right path, because I want to show off the puzzle. I think that might be a good idea to show.
Okay.
Alright, so let's see. There's two paths to get to the end of this segment here, and one of them is just kind of hack and slashing your way through, and the other one has a puzzle, so I think I'd show you the puzzle, because that'll be a neat thing to show off. Alright, let's see. So as you can see, it's really neat how some terrain you go slower than others. But let's go on into this cave. There's a bat that just flew out of nowhere. But he's like really good about bum rushing you, like as soon as you walk in that door. So what's cool is when you kill these guys, I'm not sure what they are, but their corpse, you can walk up to it and you can get health back. Not great hearts, but just like little health, like a little bit of health. But anyway, as you can see, these pillars like this, if you swing at them, they can be destroyed. So that is the objective behind this puzzle. And so it's just a little small puzzle. You go over here, and you destroy. Oh, I gotta kill this bat first. You destroy this puzzle, or this. Well, apparently it's gonna destroy that pillar over there. But I want to destroy this pillar, and then you back up a little bit, and you shoot an arrow into there, and you hit that bomb, which then explodes and creates a pathway, as you can see over there, over here, which allows us to enter in to the next area, which is really neat. So a lot of these puzzles are just real cool like that, I imagine. I said a lot of them, but I've only played one of them, so I don't really have too much.
Oh, actually, did you head down? You can see behind there.
You're walk down.
Alright, like over here?
We're behind, so
Yeah, we're a tiny bit behind.
Oh. Hold on.
If you were to see, there's like a... Yeah, go down there. And then if you swing around, you're on the other side.
Yeah, go back into the cave.
Oh, into the cave? Oh, okay. It looks
Other
fragile.
The cave you were just in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Oh, I see. There's another
spear, we'll get on the other side.
Yeah. I'm walking over there. Let's see. Whoa, did it change? Wait a second. This is different from where I exited.
Yeah, you were at the one to the right.
Ah.
Show,
Okay.
show them the full combo, now the medallion.
Okay. Is that it? Did I get it?
You might have to
You have to
read.
keep walking.
Keep walking like that.
Ah, okay. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah. So as you guys saw, I did kind of like a little hack and slash move there, which is neat, and it helps chop grass. But we'll climb up this ladder here, and go out this way now.
Rem is asking, what are the controls like?
They're like awesome.
They are like awesome.
No, we have it. You can use the arrow keys. We're gonna add WSAD because people request it. X is your sword, Z your arrows, Z is your item bag.
Alright.
Okay, that's pretty basic.
Oh, apparently the helper here gets a backpack too, because I just found the spear, and I wanted to go check it out. And I didn't realize that he had my inventory as well. Alright, so I got the spear now, which seems to have slower attack rate, but faster, longer range? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Or? Okay, oh, it doesn't, okay, there we go. So it just goes directional instead of like swinging around. Is that what it is? So,
Right.
okay, cool. Just want to make sure I'm understanding everything. Just come through here. Because I didn't actually get the spear in the demo yet, so this is actually a little bit new to me. Alright. See if I can get in here and do if I can get it to swing around. No? Does the combo not work with the spear then?
If you want it to slash grass, you have to do the super attack and then spin your keys in a circle.
Yeah, because if you try it in real life, you can't stab grass. Cut it.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
that's the most realistic aspect of the game.
The realistic aspect of the game. But I'm playing with a keyboard and mouse. So Z is the arrow, X is the main weapon, or like sword, spear, whatever. C is how you get to your inventory, and then you move with the arrow keys. And then if you press Z and X at the same time is what the super move is. But anyway, we'll head over here and continue on. And we'll walk down these stairs here. I'm almost to the next area. Let's see. Am I missing anything down here? I don't think so. I think I got it for the most part. Yeah, okay. So
The little creatures in the water look like Mew.
like you? Yeah, I guess so. I can see it. Alright, so head over here. Actually, no, I don't think I want to go this way. No, I want to go the other way. Man, this is going to happen to me a lot, I know. Once the game comes out and I start playing it, I'm going to be like, where did I last go? Alright.
But it is divided into an overworld, so
Yeah.
you kind of get your basic areas.
Okay, so this is a
Yeah,
cool
get-
monster as well. It's like a, I don't know how to describe it. What is this thing? A
It's like a gravestone snake.
gravestone snake. Okay, well, he's quite difficult
Oh
to
my
handle in
gosh.
melee, but yeah. The claw
Slinky.
worm. All right. Let's see. Okay, so there's the hole I need to go. Well, right before we jump into the cave, I'm gonna ask another question. Then I've got one lined up. So, when or what caused you to add more people to the development team?
I think it was when we realized that it could actually be a full game and it was good enough to continue developing. We said, let's get more people on this thing and we can actually finish it in time. So.
Yeah, and it's also definitely fun to work with other people.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, even if it's physically possible to make an entire game by yourself, it can be very taxing.
Right. I mean, it's fun for me, because I've made a lot of the levels, but then when Ian makes levels, when I play the game, it's like I've never played it before. It's just familiar to me, but at the same time, I don't know where I'm going or what I'm doing.
Yeah. No, that's really cool. Awesome. All right, so now that we've taken another pause, let's go ahead and give away a third game code. Just want to kind of space it out, make sure we get them all out there to the awesome people watching the stream. So let's get a question ready.
Hey.
Huh?
The guy who just entered the chat is a god.
Is a god?
He is a complete god. He is a musical genius.
Callum Bowen. Well, hello and welcome to the stream, musical genius. All right, so
Musical god.
let's go with this question then. Let's see. Okay. Andrew, you got anything? You seem to have a lot of questions lined up for game trivia.
More stuff from, okay, let's see. I want to say that's semi-fair.
What if I understood the perspective that we,
What was that?
No, I don't think it's fair.
Yeah, it's not fair.
Okay.
Let's do with something video game related. Okay, here's one. What system did Metal Gear first appear on?
All right, what system did Metal Gear first appear on? First answer gets a copy of Two Brothers.
Metal Gear, Metal Gear Solid.
Metal Gear.
Okay.
SNES, PS1, PC, NES, Virtual Boy, Sega Genesis, NES,
Was it not
GBA. Any of those answers correct? I actually don't know this answer. I'm gonna be honest with you. MSX?
Yeah.
There you go.
MSX.
Really?
All right.
Oh.
Tengus Heath is the winner here. Tengus Heath. So Tengus
Okay,
Heath.
Tengus, go ahead and join the Steam group. One of my mods will put that link in the...
You know what? It actually was the MSX2. I think. No, it was. It was on the MSX as well. Or no. I think it was on the.
Google.
Google.
Google it.
I looked. It is the MSX2.
Okay.
It is the MSX2.
Sorry for the tease.
Sorry,
Tengus.
Tengus. It's actually Eternal Zero Star who gets a copy this time.
I feel really bad about that, so I'm going to throw you another code.
All right, so Tengus, you'll be getting a code. You'll get that one directly from Andrew, or he'll put it in the chat, and we'll give you that one.
That's not fair. It was probably the best thing that's happened to him all day.
Okay.
And then he wasn't getting it. That's just not fair.
All right, so Tengus and Eternal Zero Star, you guys will both be getting copies of Two Brothers, so congratulations. All right, let's head on into this hole here, and we're back in the cave, and these guys are literally the best about, like, I thought those bats in the other room were good about attacking, but these guys were on my nuts as soon as I entered the room. All right. So let's see.
Before we finish up, everyone please vote for us on Team Greenlight. I'm going to throw the link.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Okay, I was actually going to do a whole spiel about social network and all that stuff once we finish the demo.
Okay, great. I'll
yeah.
put the link up so you can throw it up after.
Okay. Yeah, and I've got a couple more questions. I'll make sure give you guys the hour that we planned on. Don't worry. Even though I finished the demo early, we'll still be around. All right, so we'll cut our way through here. Even though it's probably the slowest way to get through. Alright, so we'll go into this chest, and an item came out. Well, that was specific. Oh, it's the combo medallion. Okay, I forgot the combo medallion dropped. I was like, all right, just an item. All right. And I'm making sure to grab all the health possible because I don't want to be too low fighting this boss because he is quite a toughie. All right, here we go. Gargoyle, you should not have come here. I know who you are and what you aim to do. Who are you? What are you talking about? Listen, Roy, I can tell he will not listen to reason. Do what you must. Oh, does this one speak for you, little man? Heck no. I don't know what your problem is, but I speak for myself. Your quest is a foolish one, which fills me with invulsion? Is that what that says? Did I get that right? Is that invulsion?
Oh.
Can't tell, is the eye's a little messed up.
Yeah, you need the real font.
Okay. Alright. You know nothing of my research. Looks like I get to crush two fools today. By the way, I forgot to explain that decision-making process. I'll explain it because there's another one coming up. Brace yourself, kid. Alright. Let's see if I can kill him with the spear. So this boss is pretty difficult because arrows don't actually work on him. They just kind of bounce off. And I think they added the ding noise now, right? Let's see if I can get it while he's standing still. So yeah, I believe if I hit him with an arrow, yeah, it makes a little dink noise. Before, it didn't make a dink noise, so I wasn't sure if it was hitting or not, but now we're under control and we got it good to go. But yeah, so the boss doesn't, you have to hit him a couple times before he loses a portion of his health. So that's something you wanna watch out for when you're fighting him. I'm gonna do super attacks over and over again, see if I can take away a large chunk of his health here. I'm just gonna tank him up too. Alright. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Is that yellow me, or where did that yellow come from? I actually haven't seen that before.
I think that's it's the filter state on it, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure because I hadn't seen it, and I was like, oh, what is this?
The boss fights are so cool in this game.
Yeah, it's really reminiscent of you know, older games and stuff, but it's really neat because they're actually kind of difficult, but at the same time, like, they're very doable. Like,
I mean, it's just very visually impressive too.
yeah, especially for, like, in terms of what the aesthetics are, like the graphics are visually well. And this is one of my favorite parts of the demo, is this little cutscene here. A gargoyle started to give off a sense of power. Truly fearing death, Roy turns and flees. Up until now, Roy had never truly entertained the notion that he may not be able to come back from death. Sensing a grave power in the stone creature, Roy backs into a corner. He thought he had almost defeated it. Sensing the great power increasing, Roy knows that now knows he was wrong. Get back! He points his weapon at the gargoyle from a corner of the cave with ever-wavering conviction, giving off a light not unlike that of the color Roy desired to study, but the gargoyle draws closer. The light of approaching danger covers Roy, mixing with the colors of his jacket, creating a strange hybrid of color that was ever foreign to his eyes. Roy feels his mind growing hazy, but he has vaguely enough decency to worry about his swamp-exploring companion when he hears a growl. Oh, he has vaguely enough decency to worry about his swamp companion when he hears a growl. You filthy worm! The gargoyle, still glowing, bellows these words so intensely that a large chunk of wall falls, exposing a ray of light from outside. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Did you forget about me? Roy is growing sleepy, but a stranger, no, a friend perhaps, leaps at the gargoyle with blinding speed, thin spear in hand. Gargoyle, even I am not blind enough to realize that you are in my cave. Do you hear that, friend? He is blind. I'll distract his other senses. You must leave this place. And now, so this is neat. It's not like yes, no, or like, am I doing this? Am I maybe doing that, or am I not doing that? It is, what is your reaction? So what is my personal reaction to this guy defending me? Well, I'm quite happy. Thank you for defending me. Trusting his new friend, Roy makes his escape through the newly formed hole in the wall. Roy stops inside the tunnel as he hears the gargoyle call out, "You should pick your companions better." Feeling guilty, Roy begins to second-guess his actions. So now I'm kind of sad that I left him behind, so I'm going to pick sad and tears. And in despair, Roy quickens his pace, reassuring himself that he had done all he could. And just then, the small tunnel caves in, leaving Roy cut off from the gargoyle's lair. With the color nowhere in sight, Roy continues on. So I think that is really neat. The decision-making is really cool. Andrew's also telling me that there's actually some decision-making that actually affects the game earlier on and later on as well, I believe.
Yes.
All right, so that's cool. So now the people have been asking about pre-order down in the chat, but I was reading a bunch of stuff. You can pre-order the site. The pre-order site is now in the chat, thanks to Peggy. And yeah, so let's continue on here. Apparently, I got my friend back. I don't remember getting my friend in the other ones.
Oh, that's weird. That's never. Just pretend he's not there.
Oh, guys, the goat man, he's not there. That's a figment of our imaginations. All right. So we'll head up here and head up the ladder. Rem. Okay, let's throw. I don't know if the okay is to throw money at the screen or to pretend he's not there, but either way, you're doing what you need to do. Exactly. What goat man? There's no goat man there. Alright, so now we've exited out here, and we get to see the awesome giant lizard man. Or not lizard man, but lizard. There we go. Gator Lord. Actually, it's a gator. My bad. I previously sensed the splints of two beings enter my sacred swamp. One I recognized as a violator of holy relics and texts. The other was one I could not understand. A soul unlike any I knew from this earth. I arrived here before with a companion. I mean, no violation to do what you view as holy, no violation to what you view as holy. And now you guys get to see the Gator Lord speak, and Andrew really likes the way he speaks because of it's reminiscent of what? I'm sorry, what was the game?
Star Fox.
Star Fox. That's right. It was Star Fox. With those two spirits gone, what is your name, human? I am Roy Garter. I am a scientist. I've come here looking for something. Although I don't honestly know how to explain what I am searching for. Garter? I like this name. I am the guardian of this swamp, so I guess this makes us brethren in some way. I've lost trace of both of the souls I felt traveling through the cave. Tell me, Garter, when you entered the dark passageway, did you encounter my servant? I may have. What did your servant look like? He is a creature of an ancient race. He appears to those who seek holy relics in his home place. If danger befell you earlier, it is likely he came to your aid. I believe I met him. What fate befell him? I could feel his soul in the distress. Well, happiness? Let's try happiness. Let's happiness. He was a great fighter, and I believed he triumphed. I see. One more question for you. Why have you journeyed this deep into the swamp, Garter? I was following an object I saw floating through the swamp. Ah, this object. Describe it to me. I can't. I don't have the words. This object defies description. There are no words in my language that can do that justice. As I suspected, I now understand what I felt before. Garter, please be honest with me when I ask you this. Have you ever died before? Yes. That's such an epic line, dude. Have you ever died before? Yes. Oh my god. Much is explained now. I must ask you a favor then. One who has seen the light of the other world and has returned is one who can surely be trusted. I don't believe I understand. But you do. With my servant gone, I will not last long if dark powers I feel flowing throughout my swamp come to call. Roy, as a fellow guardian, I ask you to enter inside me and hide what you find. Please do not speak of it to others. It would not be safe. I can do this for you, but what is coming for what's inside you? I honestly do not know if anything is coming, but it would be terrible if this object were to be lost. Now enter. And he gets like stairs. Alright, this is so cool. Look. Take it and become my trusted guardian. I hope I haven't made a mistake here, says Roy. Now, the color. Become all colorful. Oh, I was hoping the Minotaur would be colored too. That'd be sweet. Anyway, we're going to grab this color shard here. At last, I have found another.
That was a cool, like, 3D aspect to that.
Yeah. You found a color shard. The rays from the shard warm your skin. Guardian. Never forget, I have entrusted you with this task. I don't know why the text is slow. I don't know why I can't skip it. But anyway, two brothers.
It's to build tension, man.
Yeah, that's true. I guess I should have read it slower. I was trying to rush through it. That was my fault. But there we go. That is the demo of Two Brothers. This game looks amazing. And now we're going to do the plugging of social networks and this website and all that stuff. But it's very, very awesome. So you guys should definitely check it out. We'll go ahead and close out the game here. There's currently a black screen where the game would be, but bear with me while we get everything sorted out. Okay, so I've got the link to the green light. So right now we got green light in chat there. We'll post the Ackk Studios website here real quick. Right here. Is there anything else you want me to link? I'll start linking Twitter and stuff, but is there anything besides that?
I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, we post a lot of stuff on Facebook and Twitter. Usually it's different stuff. Like we post a lot of pictures on our Facebook page, which is just facebook.com/ACKK Studios. And games coming out pretty soon, and it's exciting.
All right. One second. Let me get this. There we go.
Looks like we have 2 more codes to give away too.
Yeah, we do have 2 more codes. We'll definitely do those. We have about 10 minutes left or so in the segment. Everything is now in the chat, so we got Facebook, we got Twitter, we got all that. Also, all right, so we'll go ahead and start with the we'll go ahead and do a code now that the demo is ended, and then we'll do one more code at the very end. So let's see. Do we got a question? If not, I think I've got one.
Why don't you ask one?
Okay, well, I was just gonna do kind of a mock of yours. I've got several PS2 games in the cabinet below me. If you guys can guess a PS2 game I have down there, you guys get a game. Bully? No bully.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, you gotta have Shadow of the
Airborne
Colossus.
Kitty, yep. Shadow of the Colossus. Got Shadow of the Colossus down there, so. Airborne Kitten. Has she won one, or he won one? I don't remember.
I don't think so, no.
Don't think so? Let's see. Scroll back up.
If you've won See, shame on you.
Yeah, if you
Yeah, if you
won,
won, we're already gonna give it to
this
me.
is on you. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can scroll through the chat real quick. All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask you guys the next question, so you guys can start answering, and I'll scroll through the chat just to check. Okay, so my next
She said
question.
she hasn't.
She said she hasn't. All right, well I'm gonna take your word for it. So we'll give it to Airborne Kitten. You know what to do. Enter the Steam thing. But here's my next question: how much of the game has come from family, friends, and fan ideas? And is there any specific examples you can give?
Well, I guess some of it comes from family in the sense that me and Brian are brothers.
Yeah.
Fan ideas, we've done certain areas that have major fan contributions. One of the great ideas that Ian had for the game is our graveyards in the game are memorials to real people. So people who people said the names that they wanted us to list. So all the gravestones. Every once in a while, we'll take a fan poll. Like if we're stuck on an idea, we'll throw it out on Facebook or Twitter, and answer.
And of course, some of our Kickstarter contributors are actually in the game.
Yeah, some people who I think backed $100 on Kickstarter, they're in the game. So I think we have maybe 17 NPCs that are real people, and they got to choose their own dialogue.
Wow, that's really cool. That's really awesome.
Yeah. There's some of the most interesting characters in the game, I have to say.
Yeah, it's some of the stuff people came up with is just it's mind bending. Some of it's really unusual, and some of it's very deep, and it's almost like a bit of an honor to get to put because they don't know anything about the game besides what we've unveiled, and we haven't really unveiled that much.
Mm-hmm.
So they're trying to fit themselves into our world. So it's kind of a really good feeling.
Yeah.
So it's not a really good feeling, it is.
Yeah, no, I imagine. All right, let's see. Let's see. I'm gonna try and pull up a screeny here that I can just put up on the screen while we talk real quick. Ooh, that's a really pretty one. Here, I'll put this one up. All right, there we go. That's pretty neat. I'll probably flip through some of the screenshots. But anyway, my next question is, this is more for Andrew. What is some of the inspiration for the music, and how difficult has it been to create some of it?
The music, when I started doing the music, I didn't have any sounds on my computer that allowed me to do the music in 8-bit. So I did a lot of the early conceptualizing for the music with full orchestra sounds, and it felt a little out of place in the beginning when the game was in black and white. But as we started adding color, it made sense to have this more orchestral sound. So that gave us the idea to have the music evolve. As the game gets more color, we add more realistic instruments to the game.
Oh, wow.
So it starts off really kind of somewhere between 8-bit music and Super Nintendo music.
Uh-huh.
So, and as for the inspirations, I look back to definitely Link's Awakening, but at the same time, I didn't necessarily want it to sound too much like video game music. Like, I wanted it to have the feeling of video game music, but I wanted to use some of the more fancy composition techniques that I had learned. So you'll find a lot of inspiration from like Maurice Ravel and Debussy. So you'll find non-traditional harmony in the game, like you hear in the trailer in the opening. We have a couple tracks that are just very unusual.
Alright, that's cool. Also, this is the collector's edition box, guys, by the way. That's really neat. I wish I could have pre-ordered that, or could have kickstarted to get that. That would have been sweet.
Yeah, we are all sold out. We sold 55 of them.
Wow, that's a lot. Game over. Oh, this is kind of small. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit here. There we go. So this is, whoa, that sword wasn't there in my part of the demo. I guess that's either later on or earlier. No story spoilers though, so I won't go too in deep to that. Oh, that's sweet. That looks like an awesome area to be in. It's the desert image. That looks really neat.
Yeah, that's near the end of the game.
Yeah, I think a lot of these seem to be near the end, maybe? Village of Birds. Huh, that's sweet. And we'll flip to the last wallpaper here.
Yeah, see, the game is non-linear. You can find the colors in any order, so it doesn't necessarily matter.
Yeah.
Because it might be the beginning of the game for some people.
I love that Pokemon.
Yeah, missing though. That's a good one.
This is one of the bosses in the game.
So my question is that a real QR code? Like if I scan that, would I like go to your website or something?
Why don't you find out?
All right, let's do it. All right, hold on a sec. I'm gonna have to try that now. Let's see. Should have a scanner here. Maybe towards the top of my phone. Ah, here it is. All right, let's give it a shot. All right, is it gonna scan? Maybe I need to hold it a different way.
Need some epic
There we
music
go.
going on right
Oh,
now.
it leads to your Facebook page. All right, cool, cool. So if you guys want to directly go to their Facebook page from your phone, just go ahead and
Like a
scan that
fancy guy.
QR code. All right. So that's neat. Okay. Oh, there's a poster here. Let's look at the poster. Oh, that is awesome. That is an awesome poster.
So that came with the pre-order?
Yeah, that came with it comes with the collector's edition.
Okay.
And we were featured on the cover of Pure Nintendo magazine, and this is the artwork that we created for their cover.
Wow,
That is really
that
nice.
is awesome.
Yeah.
That is really cool.
We're definitely we're looking into options to sell them separately though, because there seems to be a pretty big interest in getting the posters.
Yeah, definitely, man. Like, I'd definitely buy one of those, hang it up in my dorm. All right, so I've got two, I think, a little bit smaller questions. It's okay, we can go a little bit over. I'm not too worried. But how was the experience at PAX, and how did it help you guys?
Awesome. Yeah, it was. I think it was like the best 4 days of our lives.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone was so. We had such a positive reaction to the game, and we made such great connections. And we knew a lot of people from indie game development sites, but getting to meet people in real life and talk to other game developers, it was great. And even better, I was talking to people who actually play games, because sometimes talking to other game developers can be a little trying, because they to critique things like crazy.
Yeah. No, I can imagine. PAX is
a lot of fun.
Yeah, PAX is awesome. So my question is, I don't know if you guys, I don't know if this is a question you guys will be able to answer or not, but compared to being a AAA game at PAX, with the giant booths like League of Legends or whatever, how different is that in terms of publicity from having a smaller indie booth like you guys did?
Well, we were very fortunate that someone, Sam Thompson, who is a producer who did work on Last of Us, he saw our game and fell in love with it. So he kept sending people from the Last of Us booth to our booth to check out the game.
Mm-hmm.
So there were times where we had 30 to 50 people in line just to play the game.
Oh, wow.
And that all the other indies who were near us, because we weren't in the indie mega booth.
Oh.
So we had a lot of spillover, so everyone got to benefit from people coming to check out the game. So I think it's actually funner being an independent developer there, because a lot of major developers don't actually get to show off their games. They'll come for a little panel or something,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and then they hire people to work.
Also, I think the bigger developers, they don't really get that one-on-one experience
Yeah.
with the consumers to kind of have them judge their game as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah,
and
'cause-
also, there's millions of people who work on some of those games, so that there really is no there's no small team.
Yeah, there's no personal connection to the game. I mean, maybe there is for them, but they can't really talk about it like you guys can. You guys can tell jokes and anecdotes about the whole development process, but not everybody at a big game like that can do that, One thing that I was going to mention about that is, when I went to Anodyne's booth and Pixel Tropics booth, I sat there and I talked to developers, and they were, really, talkative with me and stuff. And, when I went to see Saints Row 4, I didn't even get to play the game. I, walked in, saw a 5-minute gameplay demo, and then walked out,
And how long did it take you to, quote-unquote, walk in?
30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the biggest line, though, was for Remember Me. That's a little off topic, though. Anyway.
I think in a way, it seems to me like independent games are what games used to be, like in the 90s,
Mm-hmm.
80s. Like a lot of the games I'm getting excited about are type of games I would have gotten excited about reading like Nintendo Power.
Right.
Definitely, yeah.
So it's almost like a bit of like a.
Where's the indie game magazine?
Yeah, there really should be.
I mean, there's a lot of websites online, like Indie Static and stuff like that.
The problem with indie games, though, is like about 75% of the people who are making the coolest stuff are actually like 13 and 14 years old.
Oh,
So
right.
it's kind of hard to do anything that
Yeah.
has, anything people can't even sign contracts yet. That's why a lot of games get sent out for free.
Oh, yeah, I got you. That makes sense. All right, so I've got this is the lone question that came in on Twitter, and it says it's from Dana Behringer at Dana Behringer, and it says, "Ask him when we can expect to see Project Y2K unveiled."
That is a good question.
So I imagine that's the technical name, like your secret undercover name for the next game.
Yeah, it's our project title for our.
What?
Project title. All right, so now you know, guys. There will be another game from this studio, so don't expect them to go away after Two Brothers. But
Not a
we
one-hit
don't know when
wonder.
it's going to be unveiled yet. All right. So maybe you want to take a couple more questions from the stream or from the streamers, and then we'll go ahead and call it.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, so Airborne Kitten asked about more projects, but Y2K is the answer to that. Mega Man X1367 says, sorry I wasn't here earlier to ask this gameplay question, but will each weapon have special moves like Secret of Mana?
Certain weapons do, others don't. Yeah, there are like casual weapons, like things that you'll just find, like let's just say like lying on the ground. But there are special weapons that you have to instead of the applying through side quests. So yes and no. I guess it's the answer to that.
Okay.
Let's see if there's another question here.
Uh.
I know the game will have been released long before this, but do you plan on going to MagFest in January to promote the game, or planning MagFest at all?
I think at that point we're going to be deep in development of our new project, which we will likely show off at PAX East 2014. So we'll probably skip MagFest and then have the new game playable in March for PAX.
Oh, well, okay.
Oh, sweet. All right. So is there anything last few things you guys want to mention? Anything you got in mind?
Let me see.
If
I
not,
hope
that's
you
fine.
guys like long games.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, it's gonna be a long game, and I'm excited for that because not too many indie games have like story-based indie games have long length like this, as I was talking with them about. So it's good stuff.